Hello, Purposeful family. Welcome to Fellowship Friday. If you are new here, my name is Torrie, and I am the founder of OurGivenPurpose.com. Let's talk about our words and what scent they're leaving. Stick around. I pray that you all have had a fantastic week, and your objective was to figure out who you were, if you haven't already, but you can now take that information and ask, how can you help? All right, so let's talk about our words. What we sound like to ourselves it's a scent. It is something we leave. It is the lingering effects of who we are. We leave an impression, okay? So a few days ago, I was on Instagram and I saw this post that said scent talk, and it told us how to apply perfume. But I remember my Nana, she would tell me to put it on my pulse points. So dab some on my wrist, behind my ear, on my neck, wherever you can feel your heart beating. That's where you apply the oil or the perfume. And she even told me if I use a spray perfume, just to spray a little bit on my finger and dab it where my pulse points were. When I saw the post on Instagram, it gave me another thought. I thought about how our words and what we say are pulse points. We will say something and it's there. It's gravity. It can feel like the weight of the world has just hit because of what we just said, what we just reacted to, what our thoughts were. So my question to you, Purposeful family, what bombs are you leaving, or are you giving off a sweet scent? Are your words something that are just attractive and beautiful and inspiring, and people want to listen to you? People are happy when they see you. People are energized when they are in your presence. We want to absorb, but then we want other people to absorb what we are feeling. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? So when we go in and we have a negative attitude or we're upset, we want everybody to be upset. I talked about this last week when I talked about my squad and the fact that if I don't like her or him, you're not supposed to like her or him, okay? We are in this together, and yeah, we're not talking to them, okay? What are you leaving? Are you wanting to give that out, or would you rather absorb the goodness, the joy, the happiness, the laughter? We can come in, I know that I've had many conversations with people, and sometimes they're not in the best place. They're not in the best place. And when we talk, it's about, okay, what can we do to figure it out? How can I help you? But let's turn this around and find the joy, find the lesson. What does this teach us in this moment? What can we learn? Because when we learn something from it, we can apply it to the next situation. Because one thing that's guaranteed in life, it does continue. So once you've overcome one storm or one obstacle, it'll probably happen again in a different way, but it's going to happen. The question is, what are you going to do with it? How is it going to smell the next time you encounter it? Oh, okay. Also, the word for today is design. And I think that's a really interesting word in the fact of scent. That we can design how people receive us. We can decide what they smell, what they experience when they are with us, and what we leave behind. What is the architecture of our hearts made up of? What are the sounds that we are giving people? What are the motions? Are we encouraging, uplifting, inspiring? Or are we trying to burden those who may not be in a position to help? Are we praying and asking God for His guidance and His direction and continuing to do so until we are at peace? Or do we continue to turn to people for peace? I can guarantee you probably won't find it. And while you may have a moment where it's like, okay, I feel so much better, in 10 or 15 minutes, because your heart is still seeking and wanting to be in the presence of the Lord, it's not going to last. because we went to man instead of going to God to pray. Focus on how you can give God praise. Pour out your heart first. Thank Him for all of the good that is happening, because when you start counting your blessings, you won't be able to stop. You will keep going. I just had a thought I was going to start with all of my blessings right now, and I realized that this video would never end and my battery would die and I would still be here giving God praise. But that is how you should feel. All of the stuff that we don't really think about, we take for granted, but it's all happening. It continues to happen, and God gives us that. So for this Fellowship Friday, pray with a friend. Pray to God. Let out all the bad stuff if there is anything. And if you're in a good place, then reach out to someone you know may be going through something difficult and pray with them. Be with them. Do something fun with them to take their minds off of it, and then tell them to turn their minds over to God and to give Him praise so that they can hold on to that joy. Thank you all so much for tuning into this Fellowship Friday. Don't forget to leave your YouTube, social media, website, however we can connect and interact with you. Drop in the comments. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. The podcast, if you have not had a chance to listen, is on every Tuesday and Thursday on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, and Tune In. And I will see you all for Mindset Monday. Have a fantastic weekend, Purposeful family.